It's always been amazing to me that Jesus was able to begin changing and transforming lives with just two simple words. Two simple words he said to some fishermen. Two words to a guy collecting taxes. Two words to a woman who had made a complete mess of her life. Two words to an incredibly educated religious leader who seemingly had his act all together. Two words to a young man who had everything the world had to offer. Two words. Follow me. You see, Jesus had the compassion to see people where they were, but also the vision to see what they could become. And he invited them into that vision with those two simple words. Follow me. Beautiful thing is, Jesus is still changing and transforming lives with those two words today. And I'm guessing if you're watching this, you're one of those people who have been changed and transformed because at some point or another you decided to follow Jesus. But now the reality is, you and I come into contact with people every day who need to hear those same two words from Jesus. Follow me. And he's called us, Northside, as a church to carry out that vision of making disciples, not only on our campus, but also into our community and into this world around us. Now, we could just play it safe. We have a beautiful building, an innovative campus, and a solid ministry in our community, and we're engaged with several works around the world. New people are following Jesus every week through our collective ministry, but do we want to be a church that plays it safe, that is satisfied with the status quo, that gets a participation trophy just because we showed up? I don't want to be a part of that kind of church, and I don't think you do either. You know, we have a vision. We have a vision to expand our ability to make disciples, and we'll accomplish that vision in three ways. By finishing out a disciple-making campus, by using technology to reach a disciple-making community, moving to the goal of planting churches to see a disciple-making world. But Northside, it's going to take all of us. It's going to take all of us collectively following Jesus and working together to make this vision a reality. We have a goal of seeing 100% of our church committed to this vision. So for the next 2 years, we're challenging every person at Northside to be all in. All in with making disciples, all in with serving, and all in with our financial giving. And so my question would be, what does that look like for you? You know, when it comes to our campus, I get such a kick out of seeing tons of disc golfers playing disc golf every week. I love seeing kids playing in the park, groups playing volleyball, or people fishing in our pond. It's become like this front porch to welcome those in our community into a life of following Jesus. But also on our campus, you know, people are getting baptized. Marriages are being strengthened through classes. Lives are being changed through counseling. On Sundays and throughout the week, discipleship is taking place. It's taking place in our kids, in our students, in young adults, and in our worship ministries. And there are literally hundreds of opportunities to follow Jesus and serve in ministry in each of those areas that I just mentioned. But now, our vision is to finish and build out a disciple-making campus. And this will be accomplished in a few ways. First, adding a student building will create more opportunities for discipleship with our junior high and our high school students. Our community, and you see this all around us, it continues to grow and build more and more schools. And so my question is, will we as a church be able to meet the challenge of that growth? Second, we need to expand our children's building so that we can welcome more kids into a life of following Jesus. In addition, this will create more space for equipping adults to become disciple makers. And then third, we want to create a more inviting campus by making improvements to our park area. This also means we are open to additional worship services or venues, which gives us a greater opportunity to invite people into a life of following Jesus. When it comes to a disciple-making community, We're involved with the ministry of Generosity Feeds. We're making sure children don't go hungry in our community. We're mentoring kids at Rolfe Elementary. We're working with great organizations like Orphan Care Solutions. We're involved with pregnancy counseling, prison ministry, and Hope's Path for young people who are aging out of foster care. Not to mention, in our community, we have somewhere around 60 home discipleship groups discipling hundreds of people every week in homes. But we'd like to expand our ability to see a disciple-making community in a totally different area. We have the vision to expand our technology so we can live stream our services on Sundays. And listen, that step alone would open up enormous opportunities for us to invite people on the journey of following Jesus. This leads us to a disciple-making world. Northside, we're already engaged in church planting with the ministry of the Orchard Group, planting churches all over the world. Our partners with Mustard Seed Network in Japan have already planted successful churches in the cities of Nagoya, Osaka, Kobe, and Kyoto, and they have 2 more churches planned for Tokyo and Yokohama. We're engaged with Impacto Latino Church planting in Mexico, and in fact, I'll be flying down in a few weeks to see a proposed church plant in the city of Querétaro. Not to mention the training of church leaders in Chiang Mai, Thailand, or our work of introducing Jesus to unreached people groups in Tenerife, Spain, or the Golan of Israel. So here's a question. What would it be like, Northside, to plant a church in our surrounding community? Just think about that for a moment. Folks, being all in means, first and foremost, we are supporting the work we are already engaged in. But it also means we are ready to take some bold steps in the next 2 years to see more people hear those same 2 words of Jesus. Follow me. I'm all in, Northside, and I'm inviting you to catch that same vision of being all in.